Welcome. You are now tuned in to Word Out Ministry with your girl Vera Franklin and Hit Word Out Ministry. We do recognize you for all the wonderful things that you do in your community, in your church, in your family, on your job, in your business, wherever you may be. We recognize you, because we know that recognition is needed in our lives. It gives us that energy, that drive, that fuel, that encouragement, that inspiration to continue to do what you do. So keep doing what you're doing, because the world is watching. Let's go and don't forget to keep on doing. And remember to keep on doing. To keep on doing it. To keep on doing. And remember to keep on doing that. And remember to keep on doing. To keep on doing it. To keep on doing. To keep on doing it. To keep on doing. Don't forget to keep on doing. And remember to keep on doing it.
Hi, I'm Vera Franklin with our ministry, where our focus is to get the word out to the public regarding beneficial information for the body of Christ and our community. This is a Big Down production, and you can catch our live stream on the following platforms: Apple TV, Roku TV, Fire TV, YouTube, Facebook Live, KMI 2024 ORG, Cross TV, Apple TV, your iPhone app, and your Android app. And then you can also watch us on KMI USA app and live on YouTube on Jerry Green channel. And it's April. It's that time of year again. I'm not talking about tax season. Now, tax season is a time when you have to take care of your finances, but it's also a time when you really need to consider taking care of your finances. And I have an expert here this afternoon. His name is Ted Brooks, and he's going to tell you a little bit what we're talking about with how to take care of your money. Ted,
Yes, ma'am.
can you give us a little synopsis of what goes on this time of year, what should be going on?
Well, as you mentioned, this is tax time.
Mhm.
And so a lot of people looking forward to that return.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, they look forward to it to spend it. And that's not necessarily the bright, not the brightest, but the most prudent way to utilize that money. What most people don't understand when they're receiving money from taxes, I'm not an accountant,
Mhm.
so just put that out there, just my disclaimer. But this is what I know about taxes and how they work. Taxes come from what you pay to the government, and then your refund is what you have overpaid to the government
Okay.
after your itemized deductions, so on and so forth. So there are folks who are getting large amounts of money from the government, but that's something that the government owes them back because of their deductions and other so forth, things of that nature.
Okay.
So they get this refund back, sometimes anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000 and $15,000. Sounds like a lot of money, which it is, but we shouldn't just be so frivolous in spending it. We probably should start looking at our financial structure and how we can put some of that money away.
Okay, so say I get back, I'm just going to say an even number, 10 grand.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go on vacation. I want to buy some clothes. I maybe want to get a down payment on a new whip, a new car. I mean, what do you think we should do with that money?
Well,
A little bit of it anyway.
Uh.
Can have enjoyed some. But I think maybe those rainy days we don't seem to consider.
Well, speaking of rainy days, we need to have anywhere from 3 to 6 months of income set aside for the rainy days.
Oh.
It's really important in most households. If there's a problem in a month, they're in trouble because a lot of us live paycheck to paycheck. But we don't want to anticipate, or we don't anticipate those times where things become lean, or we need something. Water heater's going out. The roof now has a leak in it. The bathtub is coming through from the second floor to the first floor. That still needs money to fix. And before the insurance kicks in, you've got to put it in. And if you don't have that money, that situation, that problem is going to become very, 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 very large in a very short period of time. So we need to have between 3 to 6 months. It's usually preferable to have between 6 to 12 months of some sort of rainy day fund that will replace your income. But at the very least, 3 to 6. So some of that money should be put away for that.
Where should we put it? In a regular bank account? What should we do?
Well, bank account is very fine. It's a fine institution. But if you're looking for something that has a higher interest rate, probably put it into the market. Now, having said that, the market is doing this right now.
Yes, it is.
But I always tell people when they look at the market going down, I ask you, well, let me ask you, do you like to shop?
I do.
What's your favorite place to shop?
I'm going to say Macy's,
Okay.
just for an example.
If Macy's had a 75% off, would you go shopping or would you stay home?
I'll go shopping.
You sure?
I'm if it's something that I needed,
No,
I would go shopping.
no, it's something you want. 75% off though. Would you go shopping?
Yeah.
Okay, just say yes.
Yes, I definitely would.
If they say everything in the store slash 75%,
Yeah, I'm going.
we're going shopping.
I'm going.
Well, that's what happens when the market goes down.
Okay.
It's just on sale. And that's the time to put money into the market. We have a reverse mentality. When the market's going up, we want to put money in. Market's going down, we want to take money out. We need to flip that mentality. Market's going up, that's the time to take it out if we're going to take it out. Market's going down, that's the time to put it in. Find as much as we can get and put it into the market because the market's at a discount right now. The market's going on sale.
Okay.
And so as you're putting it in, when the market comes back up, now you bought cheaper when it's down. Now that the value raises when it goes back up, now you make money on your investment.
Okay. So mutual funds, stocks too?
Stocks, mutual funds. I don't do stocks per se. My licenses are Series 6, 63, and 65. My Series 6 allows me to sell limited securities,
Okay.
variable annuities, mutual funds, things of that nature. My 63 allows me to do it all over the country, and my 65 allows me to charge a fee for doing so. So I am considered a financial planner. I'm more about plans than I am specific stocks.
Okay. So what would you, okay, say I have the 10 grand. I want to put half of it. What would you suggest I put it?
Depending on a lot of different variables. So if you're really young,
Okay.
put into a mutual fund, something pretty aggressive because again, we have time to weather the storm. If you're middle-aged like us, I thought I put that in there. Maybe something that's a little bit more conservative, moderate, so to speak. If you're older, like my parents are 83 years old,
Okay.
82 going to 83. I'm not going to put them in something that has a lot of volatility to it. They're going to have something that's very, very conservative.
Okay.
They need to still be in the market, but they can't be as exposed in the market because their time frame for making things back is not as large as someone who's younger.
Okay. So we have mutual funds, securities. If we're young, we invest more, harder, because it's going to be a return. Middle age.
Still invest, not as aggressively. And then the older people still invest, definitely far more conservatively.
Okay.
So while you're young, it's really important to be able to put monies away. If you were, I have several clients who do things for their children in terms of putting something away now, particularly utilizing a vehicle that most of us don't even think of, but it's a very valuable instrument. That's life insurance.
Okay.
Putting some monies away for children into a life insurance policy that the policy will grow tax deferred and come out tax free when utilized correctly, and allow for the child to have monies for things later on in life, things like college, or even some sort of trade school or whatever they want to do, because it's not bound by traditional college oriented rules. What do I mean by that? 529, put money away for college. Well, that money can only be used for school.
And if the child doesn't want to go to school,
Then you decide to take it out and go on vacation, you're going to pay a penalty for taking it out, and then regular taxes. If the child stays in school, that money's utilized for school, it goes to the school tax rate. You can utilize on a tax free basis. So there are literally dozens of ways to save money. It's just a matter of picking the right one and what scenario best fits you.
Okay, so where can we contact you?
My office is in North Haven. My telephone number is 475-238-7088. Again, that number is 475-238-7088. I'm always willing to sit down and have conversations with people specifically about this. My job, I've been doing this for over 30 years. I like helping people. That's the thing that drives me nuts. I want to be able to help. I want to be able to help direct people. I've got a client I just saw yesterday who's retiring, trying to walk her through that process, where she can go with her money, what she can do, how much she's going to need when she's in retirement. So these are all the sort of things one of the sort of things that I deal with on a daily basis.
All right. So here with us here at Word Out Ministry, and he's talking about money, 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 finances,
I remember that song.
and how we as citizens can grow our finances starting at a younger age. What age do you have to be to have a mutual fund? I mean, if I'm legally as an adult, what age? Is it 18? Is it 21?
18 we can do, as long as you have your own account that we can pull monies from. But you can have a mutual fund in your name as young as 15, 16,
Oh, wow.
as long as mom and dad are aware of it.
Oh,
Because there's no legal reason for them to be aware of it, but we want to do that from just a perspective of protecting yourself.
yeah.
But yeah, you can start as young as 15, 16. As long as you have an income to put money into, we can put that into your name.
Okay, so you see those young entrepreneurs, you don't have to wait until you're 21. You don't have to wait till you're 30. You can start young to save. And as long as your parents, if you're under 18, your parents are involved and they know about it, you can start. So just imagine how much money you would have when you get our age, middle age.
Absolutely, middle age. One of the things I think people don't take in consideration, they always think that, well, I don't have to do that today, I can do it tomorrow. I'm here to tell you that when tomorrow gets here, you'll look back and it's 20 years ago when you first started thinking about it. There's no time like the present. And being able to put money away, not that you're locking it until you're retiring, but you want to put it in a place in which you can get the quote unquote best bang for your buck. And doing so in the market allows you to do that. There are all kinds of different vehicles that you can use at banks, at federal credit unions, or people like myself. But doing something is always the best route to take, as opposed to just talking about it and never getting it done.
Right, because we know now, as we get middle age, retirement age, we're like, well, what happened to our money? We worked all those years. We file an income tax every single year. We see what we get back. And a lot of us like, that's our party time. I want to go on a cruise. I want to go on vacation. I want to go shopping. But we have nothing stored up for our future. Social Security, we don't know what's going on with that now. And they're saying that it might not be around, when this generation reaches that age. So we have to prepare now. And we have to prepare ourselves. No one's going to do it for us. So we just want to get the tools out there and the information out to the public, because this is dire concern. It's a dire need. It's not something that we can put off till tomorrow.
No.
We need to start today.
Absolutely.
Start. How much can you start a mutual fund with? How much money?
You can start as little as $25 a month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that run to Starbucks that you do every week, yeah, put that in mutual fund and you'll start saving more money. Because it can be very, very simple to do. It's not a hard concept, but you can start with as little as $25 in some mutual funds. Others are 50. And you can go as high as you want.
Okay.
So yes.
All right. So that's $25, or you guys are buying Jordans. I don't know what else you guys buy. Makeup. So we can start with that. And the man right here, Mr. Ted Brooks, can help you with that. Can you give us your information once again?
Yes, again, my name is Ted Brooks Jr. My office is in North Haven, Connecticut. My telephone number is 475-238-7088. Again, 475-238-7088. Give me a call anytime. I'm always reachable. And it's important for us to get started no matter the age. but just to get started. But the younger you are, the better you are. I love working with young people, trying to get them information. I wish I had when I was really young. My parents did an excellent job showing my brothers and I how to utilize and make money, but we don't always have pertinent information on how to invest. And that's the key right now, learning how to invest our money, especially in this turbulent time that we're living in. The market is going crazy, up points on one day, down points on the next day, and nobody knows what's going on. Well, that sounds scary, and it is. But if you get with the right person, it doesn't have to be me, but get with somebody who can explain the process to you in order for you to not sit on the sidelines. That's where money's lost, doing nothing. Let's do something. Even for as little as $25 a month for any kind of mutual fund that you're looking for. And mutual funds can be varied in terms of the different types of sectors that we're dealing with. So whether it's healthcare, whether it's technology, whether it is governmental, municipalities, whatever the case may be, there are a lot of different types of mutual funds for you to get involved with. Even if you have a moral clause in your mind, and you want to only work with certain companies or certain types of products and services, you can still do that. But getting involved is the important step.
Okay, so mutual funds, we spoke about. We spoke about. We touched a little bit on Social Security. What else did you want to talk about?
Life insurance is
Life
really,
insurance.
really, really important to me. A lot of people dismiss it. They don't think it's important until when it's needed. And life insurance is not just for dying. I'm going to repeat this many, many times. Life insurance is not just for dying. Life insurance can be utilized for yourself for living. It's another way to put money away, especially on a tax favorable basis. I tell people there are three legs that you can put money away with. There's going to be your money, there's going to be Social Security, and there's going to be what your job gives you, pension. Well, pensions aren't what they used to be. It used to be you work for a company for a long period of time, you get a pension. They're going to pay you a certain amount of money for the rest of your life. Well, that's gone away because it was causing too many problems and people going bankrupt. So they switched to things that we're very familiar with: 401a, 401k, 403b, 457. You've heard these numbers before. Well, they're new retirement programs. They've taken the place of pensions. You have to put some money in. Hopefully your employer puts some money in. And at the time of retirement, whatever's in there, that's what you get. And that's got to last you for your life. Then there's Social Security. Nobody knows if it's actually going to be there. People my age, as middle-aged people,
Yes.
we might be able to get that. But folks who are coming behind us in their 20s and their 30s, we don't know what's going to happen with Social Security because it's being depleted at a very, very, very rapid rate. And then there's the money that you put away for yourself. Outside of your job, outside of Social Security, how much money do you save? Well, these are the three different legs you're going to have to rely on when you get to retirement age. So now what happens? How do I make sure I maximize the situation? We can do that in different vehicles. We talk about life insurance. Life insurance is one way you can put money away for yourself for later on. I have several clients who've utilized this principle, and they've been able to take money on a tax-free basis, utilizing it correctly to add and augment what they're doing for retirement. It works. And it's an opportunity for you to be able to put money away in addition to some of the other things that you're doing. But more importantly, one of the things that I have a great, great, great disdain for is GoFundMe for funerals. We've all seen it. Someone passes, and now someone's getting onto the internet asking for the families and friends to donate money so we can help send Uncle Bobby away the right way. Well, life insurance is for that purpose. And I think it is imperative that we all know that everybody can get it. No matter what your health situation is, you can obtain life insurance. Is it more expensive if you're more sickly? Yes, it is. But it's still attainable. Is it less expensive if you're very, very young and healthy? Absolutely, which is why I encourage young people to obtain it while they're young and healthy. So as they get older, things start to change, because they will change. When things start to change, you won't be encumbered with such a high number in terms of a premium because you've already taken care of that while you're younger. So life insurance is extremely important. It's something I preach about every single day. Everybody can get it. It's just a matter of what your situation and circumstance is.
Okay. Mutual funds, life insurance. It's another way we can save.
Mhm.
And the ultimate one,
Medicare?
Medicare. We're going to get there.
Medicare is an interesting beast, if you will, right now. So let me explain a little bit about it. Medicare is the opportunity for you to obtain health services after the age of 65 or older from the government. The government provides this service to you once you turn 65 and you're no longer working. Now, if you're working past 65, which many Americans are now doing, this doesn't apply to you because you have coverage through your job. But once you retire from that job, then you're going to have choices to make. Medicare becomes one of them. Medicare consists of, there's 4 sections. 3 of them are connected. Part A, Part B, Part D. Part A, hospitals. Part B, doctors. Part D is your prescriptions. You need all 3 of them in order to function within the realm of dealing with Medicare. So with Medicare, it is important that everyone understands at age 65 you become eligible, and then you have the opportunity to obtain services from the government. Now, the government has subcontracted these services out to different insurance companies. And then you get to pick an insurance company to work with. United Healthcare, Aetna, Anthem, just to name a few. So Medicare becomes an important aspect of what this country needs in terms of taking care of its seniors. But those choices can be daunting unless you have somebody who's going to explain to you the services as they come about.
And that's where you're an expert at that. Also,
Yes.
as you have helped me and some of my friends
Yes, I have.
with that information with Medicaid.
Medicare.
I'm sorry,
'Cause there's a
Medicare.
difference
Yeah,
between
there's
Medicare and
definitely. I'm
Medicaid.
sorry, Medicare. I have always known that the CAID or CARE at the end.
Yes.
Well, we're speaking of Medicare.
Medicare is just a regular
Medicare.
governmental assistance. Medicaid is medical dependence. And I don't know if I'm saying that correctly to really explain it, but Medicaid is when you have assistance from the government in terms of help, need extra help. Medicare is just regular health insurance through the
And we're
government.
speaking of Medicare.
Yes, we're
So-
thinking of Medicare.
Okay, so we spoke about mutual funds.
Mhm.
We spoke about life insurance.
Yes, we did.
We spoke about Medicare.
Yes, we did.
So now
Mhm.
I just want you to say one more time
Mhm.
about your information and just recap once again about the mutual funds and
Okay.
how this time of year is the time of year. Yeah, we have to pay our taxes, we get refunds, but we also need to pay ourselves,
We
not
do.
only for today, but for the future.
Yes. Again, my name is Ted Brooks Jr. My office number is 475-238-7088. And this is very important during this time of year as you're contemplating how to spend the money that government is giving back to you in your refund. How can you best allocate those monies for yourself? It's nice to take vacations. It's nice to catch up on bills. It's nice to even, do other things that you have in mind to do. Spending some clothes, doing whatever. But it's really important to put some of that away and in an instrument or a vehicle that's going to be able to be there for you for an extended period of time. A mutual fund can do that for you. And it's not expensive to get involved. You can do so with as little as $25 on a monthly basis, and then grow from there. So if you want to change that 25 to 100 later on, you can do that. But it's very, very important that we have an understanding that there are vehicles out there that are available for us to do something other than what we've always done. I think they had the thing about insanity. Insanity is doing something over and over again, but expecting a different result each time. Let's get out of the insanity lane. Let's do something that's going to be profitable for you, not just on today, but sometime down the road, that you would have a resource to draw on when you want it or when you need it.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today.
Absolutely.
Our expert on finances, Mr. Ted Brooks.
Thank you. Pleasure
Thank you
being
for
here.
coming into Word Out Ministry and getting the word out.
Mhm.
And hopefully we'll be hearing from a lot of people soon regarding getting those mutual funds and getting our money so we can pay ourselves back.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for tuning in to
To keep on doing it.